Hello, and welcome to another episode of Live Stream Lee. And the reason that I'm here, and hopefully the reason that you're here, is to learn things about how to be more successful in business. My goal is to bring interesting people and interviews as well as ideas to you with the really just single focus of helping you to become more successful in your business so that you can retire earlier, get more time off, and just enjoy your life more while you're making lots of money with a business that you love. So today is Interview Fridays, and I have an incredibly special guest today, somebody that I first met around, I'm going to say 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and met her at a networking event. So I've known Julie for a long time. And I want to tell you that one of the reasons I remember that day so well is because I was immediately impressed with a number of aspects of Julie. She is a personal style expert, and she shows up representing her personal style expertise in everything that she does. And her whole mission in life is to help you, help me, help all of us become more attractive so that we can attract, and I mean attractive in a business sense as well as a variety of other ways, but her mission is to help you attract more business and to help you grow your business faster. And so she is my special guest, which we'll get to in just a moment. But before I do, I want to invite you to go to apricotrocket.com. Apricot Rocket is my software company. It's kind of my full-time, daytime job. And it is a software package that is designed specifically to help businesses get more customers. And so if you go to apricotrocket.com, you're going to find a big orange button, an apricot colored button there that says, sign up, free trial. And if you'll click on that button, you can get a free account. And I guarantee you that Apricot Rocket software and processes can help you get customers. And so if getting more customers is something that you would like to see happen in your business, please go to apricotrocket.com and get signed up, and let me help you get customers. All right, I'm now going to go ahead and bring the fabulous Julie Thurburn into the room. You're going to notice right away we have the same last name. Imagine the serendipity of running across somebody with the exact same last name as I have. Well, of course, she did not about 13 years ago. She had a different name, and about 4.5 years ago, we got married. I am super excited because I'm super excited because one of the things that I found incredibly attractive about Julie is she's got a really good business mind. And I find it to be a lot of fun to talk to her. So I talk to her as much as I can throughout the day. She is, she's somebody I'd love to introduce to you. Julie, thank you for joining me today. And please take a moment and tell people what I didn't tell them about what you do and why you do what you do.
Well, I am excited to be here, Lee, and I'm very proud of you for not only all the things that you have accomplished in business, but what you're doing here on the live stream. I'm just impressed and I'm excited. And so I'm looking forward to our conversation today about personal style and branding. I don't know, I don't think I need to go into any more details about how we met, but it's just been such a wonderful relationship. And so here we are today, and in business and in life, we're enjoying it together, building a life together as we build our businesses. And it's quite an adventure.
So when I met you, you were literally the first and only person that I'd met in your industry. And I have to confess, I was a little bit confused and unaware of exactly what you do. I mean, you showed me and I was very impressed. But for those people that have never met somebody like you before, Give us a rundown of the kinds of problems that people in business have or people in life have. What kind of problems you solve?
Well, I solve the problem of what am I going to wear for every single occasion that you could possibly experience in life. We all know how to get dressed. There's no struggle so much with that. It's really knowing what to wear, what's appropriate for who you are today. So as a certified image consultant, I help my clients work through some of that those internal conversations about your own sense of worth and value, and help those conversations to get better, to get more positive, so that you can make good choices in what you wear. And the value of that is simply because you're making an effort for you, that when you look in the mirror, there's a sense of satisfaction that comes along with it. There's greater confidence in you and in your ability to attract healthy clients, or healthy job opportunities, or even healthy personal relationships, because you are that kind of a person who can sustain that kind of relationship.
One of the very first things that you showed me was a color analysis. And I remember being quite amazed at what that actually means. I had never ever thought about a color analysis. And I know there's a lot of people watching that are very familiar with that process. But for people that don't understand what that is, would you describe what a color analysis does and what the purpose of a color analysis is?
Sure. A color analysis is a tool that we use, or process that we use, that in which we literally drape fabrics around you so that we can see, and you can see exactly what they do to you. Some colors can make you look really washed out and sick, and that makes it hard to attract client, or actually personal relationships, because who wants to sit by somebody who looks sickly, or just washed out all the time? You kind of start to wonder about, why do they not look healthy? And that can be a distraction from the conversation you really want to have with that person. But also, we can hide behind colors by wearing colors that are too strong. And so they literally overwhelm you. You think about if you've ever been in a social environment where somebody is wearing something really loud, and when you leave, you can't actually envision the person's face. All you can see is what they were wearing. So you can't remember their name, can't remember a whole lot about them. You just remember they were wearing that crazy colored, shirt or dress, or overall outfit. And that's the impression you have left them with. So you've really hidden yourself behind what you're wearing, when in reality, what you wear should complement you. It should literally draw the eye to your face so that you can have eye contact with people as you're talking to them. And so they remember you much easier. And they are also, because they're not distracted from what you're wearing, they can retain what you're saying a lot easier.
In the world of business, colors are important. They impact lots of different things, from, logos and buildings and paints and, vehicles, just websites. There's so many different impacts. How does the personal coloring process and the corporate brand coloring process intersect each other? Do you work in both of those spaces? And if so, how do you approach coordinating those two different sort of aspects of importance of color in people's lives?
Well, for the entrepreneur or the small business owner who is the face of the company, they need to be in complete alignment, because everywhere you go, whether it's an in-person meeting or it's on a Zoom conversation or in your photos and in your videos, you need to wear your brand colors. And that drives the recognition of your brand colors even further. So if the colors you've chosen do not complement you, they either distract from people or you don't look good in them, they just don't do anything for you, then it's kind of like, watching a movie and it hitting flat. The impression you leave is not that exciting. It's not really impressive. So when they are in alignment, then you have brought that life into that room, literally, whether it's a Zoom room or an actual physical room. So when it's all in alignment, then it's very easy to represent your company everywhere you go.
How does somebody go about becoming an expert in this field? What was your journey to being where you're at now? How did it start? Is this something you went to university for? Was there some other training path? How'd you get here?
I did not hear about it when I was at university, actually, but it was several years later when I was doing some sales for home accessories. And as I was out and meeting people and going to some of the same places and representing my wares, I started personal shopping for people. And you know how it is when you see something and you're like, oh my gosh, that is just so Susie. I need to get that for her and she needs to have this. And so I would buy the things and I would take it to the client. And let's just say, for example, it was a pair of earrings and I would take it to her and she would get all excited. She would love it and just I would fall all over it. And then she would sit it down and she'd say, but I don't know, how much does it cost? So then we'd talk about the cost and she'd pick it up and she'd love it again. And she really wanted to take it home. She wasn't sure. So I would say, I tell you what, you take it home, try it on. If it doesn't go with anything, you never wear it for 2 weeks, then give me a call and we can either exchange it or I'll refund your money. Does that work for you? She would say yes, and I'd say okay. So they would take it home, and 2 weeks later, I would talk to them, and you could hear the excitement over the phone, like, oh my God, she got all these compliments, and she felt good, and something inside of her lit up. And I noticed that her eyes would sparkle more, she would smile more, she was uplifted, so that even if something disappointing happened during the day, she was better able to work through that situation than if she had started out the day really not liking what she was wearing. So that kept happening. And I started praying about it and having these little conversations with God, and eventually it came about that we moved to the Dallas area, and I heard about being a certified image consultant, and so I went through the program, and the program helped me tremendously as well, and it gave me the ability to help more and more clients in a process kind of way so that it was consistent. And the results that my clients got were also consistent. And so that's how it launched. And actually, this is our 30th year. So it's a pretty exciting year.
Yeah, I was just looking on your LinkedIn website, or your LinkedIn page, and it says 29 years, 9 months. So you are just shy of 30 years of experience. And, that's a long time for anybody to be in any industry. And, to be able to sustain a business for that length of time is certainly no small matter. Would you talk about some of the challenges and the obstacles, as well as the way you overcame them to achieve the success that you've got?
Well, I could start my business with the information that I gained initially, but back then, this was long before you needed websites. So the business really began, I bootstrapped the business, and it was very much a referral-based business. Now, it still is because I love working with my clients and I really like working with the people that they know and like. So I value highly those relationships and all of those referrals. But along the way, learning some deeper skills has helped me to help clients that are going in a different direction than some of the other clients. For example, being a makeup artist has helped me to work one-on-one with my clients to help them understand tips and tricks, what products they should wear. And I could easily take them to the exact product that they needed and would work for them. That alone eliminates hundreds of dollars wasted on trying products out, seeing if they work, hoping and wishing, but and then testing them to see if. So that saved her time and money. And then doing some commercial modeling work in New York gave me the experience and the skill set to be able to start my own runway modeling workshops right here in Dallas, which helped me to do runway shows in the area. But it also helped my clients wanting to put on customer appreciation events to do something that was really fun and engaging for their clients, something a little bit out of the box. And since my models are always real life models, these, a size 12 woman can't relate to a size 2 woman. So by using real people, it makes it much more lively and engaging and a lot more fun. So learning how to um, help my clients in taking photos by teaching them how to pose to get the results that they want with their clients is a complete game changer for their photo sessions, but also in shooting a video, helping them script the video and knowing how to time it so that it is going in the direction that they want it to do. So all of those things have helped my clients overcome other concerns in their area, or maybe not necessarily a concern, but now they're stepping into a new opportunity and they can step into it a much stronger and with greater confidence.
There's this last year has been a challenging year for so many small businesses, and I know so much of what you do is direct interaction with people. How has your business changed, if it has, in the last year because of the COVID and all that kind of stuff? And what kind of impact has that had, and how have you adjusted? Can you provide services to people in a virtual manner?
Mm-hmm. So we've added in actually some virtual services. I have a virtual shopping app, which has 3 aspects to it. So a client can upload clothes that they have, maybe something that they've had in the closet and they have nothing that works with it. So I can go shopping online and upload it and they can see what they can wear. But I also have an online service that helps them to know exactly what they should be wearing. It literally details out everything from head to toe, from the kinds of collars, the kinds of cuffs, how long their shirts should be, what kind of pant leg they should have, everything in 70 different categories. So it's a real game changer for them to know how to shop even better for themselves. And I can use that as I am shopping for them online so that everything, their colors are right and the style of the garment is just right also. So it's an easy way for them to shop and not worry about being out in the marketplace. A lot of things are opening up now. So there is actually a combination of the two. The ability to provide them with products through the virtual shopping app. They can click through and buy it right there if they want. But also they can pick it up at the store and try it on, make sure that sizing is absolutely perfect and if not, they can change it immediately. So those are 2 services that we offer online.
I've seen on a lot of different shows on television what I'll call, and this, I'm not sure if this is the right term, but stylists or people that basically do styling and dressing of celebrities and stuff like that. You're not a stylist, right? I mean, you take a different tack or approach when it comes to that kind of thing. Could you talk a little bit about the difference between what you do and what a stylist does? Help me and others understand exactly kind of how those two are positioned.
Well, I am a certified image consultant, which means I have gone through a training program that includes makeup, hair, color, style design, understanding all the different types of style for body shapes. And so styling is a part of what I do, but I take an internal approach because anybody can costume somebody. And if somebody is just teaching you how to do trend shopping, then that's kind of what they're doing. But when you go a little bit deeper and you do some work on who you are today, you want to dress in a way that acknowledges where you are at this moment in time, because all of us at some point in time have survived a struggle, or we have achieved things that we worked really hard for, whether it's graduating from a university, buying your first car, your first job, moving to a new location, getting married, having kids, or even going through a divorce, going through a health crisis and pulling through it. Your desire to dress is different at different stages in your life, and being able to acknowledge the things that have helped you to be stronger and to drive you in the direction that you really want to go is really important. It makes a statement about you, and that you see that you are a person of worth. And if you see that in yourself, then it makes it easier for others to believe that as well. And as a result, those kinds of opportunities, those worthwhile, valuable, make my dreams come true kind of opportunities, start to show up at your door when you dress for them.
I know because I know your background that you've done some really interesting things. You've worked the runway in New York, and you've done runway events where you've coordinated them. You've run a modeling school program, and you've even done some work in television. What are your plans for the future? If you look forward 3, 5 years, what do you see as the next challenge, the next thing that you'd like to do?
Well, I'm going to correct you first. I did not walk a runway in New York. I did commercial modeling in New York. But in that training process, you do learn to walk a runway. And I was able to train models and, yes, choreograph my own runway shows here in the Dallas area. But what I am engaged in right now is actually developing the consultancy itself by bringing in a team of independent contractors that I can easily refer my clients to and work with in a close way to not only to just really have more resources for my clients that back up what we are doing for them. So, for example, having a photographer or several photographers around the area, in fact, around the country, is to my advantage. And it also helps my clients because I can easily refer them. Hairstylists and makeup artists, photographers, videographers, even content writers, because my entrepreneurial clients and my small business owners, when they are branding or if they're going through a rebranding process, the ability to hire somebody who can write content that is in line with who they are and the direction of the business or the purpose of the business is invaluable. It's just a priceless resource when that's an easy step into. They already know some of the background of who you are, so you're not having to establish that with yet one more person. So that is our process from this point forward.
One thing you haven't mentioned that I know you've taken a lot of pride in is helping other people become certified and qualified in the same field that you're in. You've taken a number of people under sort of under your wing, if you will, and walked them through the process of learning the skills and the crafts, the trade that you've become a master at. Are you still interested in doing that? Do you still take people on for those kinds of engagement opportunities?
Yes. It is an honor to be able to work with somebody who is interested in, as we say, make the world a better place, one client at a time. Because style and color is so personal, it is really an individual experience. Being able to train others to go in places where I have not been, places that they are familiar with, whether that be internationally or even locally. There's enough room for people to really know how to do it in such a manner that really builds up that client. Because for us, the most important thing is that our clients leave us in a better place, so that directional flow keeps them going forward. And being able to train others is a wonderful thing. I've been blessed to work with other people as well. And the education really never ends in this industry. There's always something going on. And it's exciting to see what's going on and to be able to engage with it, take advantage of having really designers that are local that you can send people to and work with. That just makes it a lot of fun. And when you get dressed in the morning and there is a sense of joy in doing so, then it's going to be a good day.
There's a real business benefit that people receive from the service that you provide. I've been very impressed by many of the testimonials that I have seen and heard from clients that you've worked with. And there's several that really talk directly about the direct and immediate economic benefit that they get. They see an immediate change in certain aspects of kind of how they interact with clients and how clients respond to them. Talk a little bit about what kind of benefits you've heard your clients talking about, so that people can kind of realize that this is really a big deal.
Well, by and large, our consistent feedback is that they feel so much more confident. One of the things they will often say is, "Oh my God, I will never look at color or clothing the same way again. I get it. I get the message that I am conveying with what I wear, and I have more control over that now." And when you can control what you're wearing and the messages, then you're also controlling some of your destination. And that is always exciting. It gives them a greater sense of focus because they're no longer worried about, did I wear the right thing? Does this fit? They're not fidgeting anymore. They're not trying to force their body into clothing that it's just not designed for. So they can focus now on listening to the people around them, whether that be their clients or their family members, or whoever it is they're engaged with that day. They can hear them actually at a higher level because they're better able to focus without being distracted by themselves. So they're confident, they are more focused, they are more engaged in life. They are more clear on what they are doing. And very often they feel a little bit more sexy because they are looking good.
There's one, I'm thinking in particular of one testimonial. You have a lady that has, she's got a particular power outfit that when she wears, it has a real powerful impact. Share that testimonial, and then we're going to be out of time. But I think that's a really great testimonial.
One of my favorite stories is a client who came back to me about 6 months after we had worked with her, and she let me know that a certain outfit, a certain suit that I had actually insisted that she buy, and she wasn't real sure at the time, but I made her buy it. And she said, Julie, every time I wear that suit, I sell no less than $10,000 that day. She said, it not only impacts my attitude, but when I walk in the office, the morale of my employees they're all excited. So we know we're going to have a really good day. And that's really what it's all about. So I was super excited for her to get those, to get that experience out of it. But other people experience meeting somebody that in which they can have a dating relationship, and somebody that they thought maybe they were a little bit out of their range. But also I've seen marriages that have been restored. Now they know how to love on each other and dote on each other. And that is one of my favorite experiences, to get to work with the couples and see how much joy that they experience with each other again.
Well, Julie, we're out of time. I'm just going to say in closing that the day I met you, my life changed forever. And every time I see you work with somebody, I see the same kind of positive impact that you have with them. Folks, if you are interested in having a powerful, positive transition or change in your life, contact Julie at coloriq.org and connect to her on LinkedIn, connect to her on Apricot Rocket. She's easily available to connect to, and great to talk to, as I can testify to. Julie, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right. Folks, we're going to close now, but I just want to again mention that if you have not yet gone to apricotrocket.com to create an account, when you do so, I give you a guarantee that if you use Apricot Rocket, you're going to get clients. And if by chance you need more clients, it is a free account to start. There are, of course, more advanced aspects of it, but please go to Apricot Rocket, get yourself set up with a free account, and let us see if we can't help you grow a little faster. Thank you for watching Livestream Lee. On Monday, we're going to be talking about marketing. On Tuesday, we're going to continue our conversation with Mike Armour about the China threat. And then we're going to have more marketing and conversations next week. So come back every day at 3 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. Bye.